Alrighty, so here we have everything we need, well, almost everything we need to put up the outside walls. So I have my measuring tape, I have a pen, a square, my drill, some bits that I might need, actual drill bits for pilot holes for the wood, and 3.5-inch deck mates, a lot of them. So technically you don't have to pre-drill for these, but I find that it does split the wood anyway. I know it's an extra step and it's aggravating, but I'm going to, at least I'm going to start off with drilling pilot holes for all the screws. We'll see if it ends up that way. Maybe I'll test a piece to see if I really need to do that or not, but for now that's the plan. So I already measured my longest pieces. They're all the same length. They're slightly over 16 feet long, so hopefully that still works out. I measured a handful of these and they look like that they were 7 foot, right on the money. I know that we have some 8-footers in here.
Right there.
Oh yeah, here they are. So these we're not gonna be using right now. I'm gonna be using them later for when I go to frame up windows. So we're actually not using those. And the 12-footers, I have 4 12-footers that are still in the garage because they do have to be cut. So I have to cut them down because they're going on the inside. They're going on the inside, so they're not going to stay a full 12 feet. They're going to get cut down to 137 inches to account for the width of the 16-foot walls. And that'll make more sense when we start putting it together. So for now, what I'm going to do is, you want to be in a flat, relatively flat spot. It's okay if it's on an incline as long as it's flat, like my property. So I'm going to measure one 16-foot long board and put a mark every 24 inches. So I'm spacing my studs 24 inches on center. So that should be good enough for a greenhouse. It's not good enough for a house, but it's going to be good enough for a greenhouse. We do want to let as much light in as possible, so it's only holding some wood and some PVC roofing material. So yeah, 24 inches is going to be fine for this particular application. So we're going to get started. One of our 16-footers. I'll be back with my square. So when we mark this top one, it's going to have 2 purposes. It's going to show me where the studs go, and also the rafters for the roof are going in the same exact spot, so the load transfers directly down onto a stud. So I might need your help or something's help to hold this tape in place at the end.
Okay. Here. Ready? Just put this right on top.
No, it's good, it's good. So as long as I don't dink it too hard. So the first one we're not going to even bother with. So the one on the end is going to be slightly closer than the others, simply because you can't put it on center there. So we're just going to come every 2 feet, make a mark. Okay, we're good. So now we come back to the beginning here. We're gonna do, go back down with our square and make that line all the way across like that. And then also you're gonna do the best you can to transfer that line on the side here. So when I put these together, I'm gonna be putting boards up against the bottom here, and I want to see where center should be. And then when this is on top, I'm gonna know where to plant the roof rafter, because this mark is still here. So we could always use touch-up paint later to get rid of the marks, but it's important that they stay. Just for speed, I'm gonna just draw these lines, and I'm gonna flip them all over and do them all at the same time. This part's a little tedious, but put in a little bit of extra effort to make it nice. It's important that you get these on the money, because you're gonna be doing this top and bottom. So if you get one of the 2 wrong, one of your studs is gonna be crooked. You don't want that. So I'm no carpenter. So I may or may not be doing this the most efficient way. If you know a better way of doing it, by all means, you do you. But this is the best way that I could think of. So I just want to talk about this piece real quick. All wood has a natural tendency to curve from one way or another. This particular one likes to rainbow like this. So you can see it veers to the left there. I want to make this, I want to make sure that this is on the inside so that we're not trying to pull the piece down to be flat. We're pushing down on it to be flat. I don't know if that makes sense.
I got that.
But that's what I'm going to do for all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and attach all the 7-foot pieces now, and then I'll do the same thing with the bottom board, and then I'll connect them together. So now what we're going to do is take a 7-foot piece and put one on each end, and then put one every place we see a tick mark.
All right, I'm gonna help you.
Yes, please. How you do this?
Jeff.
But
What the heck?
no idea how. But either way, to figure out which drill bit I need, I just kind of put them up against the actual screw, and the one that kind of fills in everything but the threads is the one that I want to use. See, this one's slightly skinnier than the screw, and definitely skinnier than the thread, so we're gonna go with this guy. All right, so let's go ahead and got the right bit. Don't need this. They gave me a bit here. These bits usually don't work out that well. They get chewed up real quick. I got my own, so once I rip through this thing, I'll use my nicer bits. All right, so this is gonna be a little tedious. So really what I need to do is put this exactly where I want it, and then pilot hole through both of these. This is the only time I don't have a helper line. And I know this isn't a wood bit, but it's what I have, so I'm using it. I'm not even sure what kind of bit this is. Okay. So now we go ahead and open drill bit. And yeah, this is gonna take a long time. I guess I could go down the line and drill them all at once, but you know.
I like what you're doing.
Yeah, these are going in pretty far. Look at that, the size of those screws. Okay, see there's a gap under here. We gotta make sure that we get them on there tight. So just as we get this started, make sure they butt right up against each other. Oops. It's in there. All right, let's do that a ton more times.
Good job.
See, this is where these lines really start to come in handy. You can see this line here. I can put it right up against the center of my stud. And I know exactly where to drill down, and I'll know where to put the rafter. Everything is the way I want it to be. This is where this little line is nice.
Would it be better to do one completely? That way it doesn't move around? No?
No.
Okay.
I should really be going down the line.
Whatever, I like this. This
Drilling
is good.
them all. Well, I lose a lot of time switching and changing gears and.
But you're all right here, so.
Yep. So that's the struggle. Grab it when I wanted to. See, it didn't grab it exactly the way I was hoping. So we have a second chance here. Let's start the other screw. Okay. Let's hope it hits home right here. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Good job.
Sure these are in. All right.
You're just making sure this is like perfectly flush. Lined up.
Trying to, yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes you'll get a lip on this other side here. We don't want that if we can help it. Let's see how slow works. It'll still drill. Let's check it out. Keep switching gears all the time. Trying to save time where possible. It could be tricky in grass. Trying to get everything to line up right. I know I'm probably being a perfectionist about it, but I just want this to come out right. And if you see a little bit of smoking going on, it's because I'm not using the right bit. Okay, yep, right there. Alright, so that, we got the top on, now the bottom. Okay, so again, I'm going to look to see which way this naturally curves. So it curves this way, which is what I want. So again, it's going to be sitting down on it like this, so I want the whole weight of the structure flattening it out. If I had it where the ends curl up, then only the corners of the structures would be flattening it down. This way, the whole weight of the structure is coming down in the center. We're gonna do the same thing. Since this is the top, it's gonna be the bottom. I'm gonna make all my marks on here and on this side, so when I flip it over, then the marks will be hidden on the bottom, and these marks will be hidden on the inside. Carpenters that frame houses use nails. I ain't any good with nails, so I'm using screws. Yep. Yep. Alright. So we're gonna do the same thing. You wanna take this tape and take a walk?
Sure.
Cool.
Alright, we're good.
Okay. Click out. Thank you. Okay, so this is the bottom, which means this is going to be the outside here. I go ahead and draw myself a line. Okay. See, this is where it gets complicated. This corner is actually higher than the other one. See what's happening?
Here, I could just hold it in place where you need me to.
Yep. Again, this works best on a flat surface. Just watch your fingers.
Okay.
Still move. Big screw. You got it?
Yep.
You put a lot of pressure on it. Okay, good.
All right, Jeff.
I'll take it. Cool. Just lean back. Cool. Oh, just as a check. Bam. Take one.
Ooh, it's tight in there.
All right,
towards you.
get on each side. Remember, 7 feet tall and heavy. Oh, that's not too bad, huh?
That's cool.
That's how tall it's gonna be.
Woohoo!
See how it's a little crooked?
All right, well, it'll straighten out when you screw it together.
It will. Yeah. Wow, now that you stand it up, it's pretty big, isn't it?
Huge.
All right, so here's one wall complete. This is the longer one, so this is 16 feet long. We're gonna go ahead and build the other one that is exactly like this. And then there's a front and back we have to build also. And I'll show you guys how to do that. So the back wall is actually different than the front wall because the front wall is gonna have a door and the back wall is not. So I'll show you each of those, but for now, we're just gonna go ahead on our own and just construct the second wall, which is gonna take a little while.
Jeff wants to get all the walls done before we begin putting it up. I guess that makes sense.
you can't just put up one wall, it'll fall over. I know you could brace it, but I mean, it's just 4 walls. We're not building a house, so we can put them all up, get them tacked together today. We don't have to temporarily brace or anything crazy like that. Okay, so we built 2 walls. Now we just have the front and the back since we have the 2 sides built. Right now I'm gonna do the back because it's similar to the sides, just a little bit smaller. The front's gonna be a little different because I have to make sure we could frame out a door. So the front's gonna have a slight variation. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get to it. So I'm glad I remembered this before it was too late. So we don't have a 12-foot piece because I had to shorten it up to fit in between the 2 16-footers. This is 137 inches, so it's not divisible by 2. So I started marking along and realized it was gonna look bad. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start from the inside out so that they're all evenly spaced, and if they get close to an end piece, they get close to an end piece. That's how we're gonna do it.
So you're gonna go dead center?
So dead center, 137 divided by 2 is 68.5.
Okay.
So we're gonna start there. And then go plus or minus 2 feet.
Okay, I like that.
Okay. Okay.
Good.
So I got them all going this way. So now we're gonna come back to 68.5 and start adding 24 instead of subtracting. So 92.5. And you know, I have my stunt double with me, my phone. I can't be trusted to do this kind of math. It should be even on both sides now. Count the lines.
Okay. Here, Finley and Jimmy, you want to help? Okay. Here, grab one end of that, and then wait for your brother to grab the other end. Pick up the other end. You can do it. It's heavy.
No, it's
Now
not.
watch where you're going with your feet and walk over here.
To Dad?
Right here. You're gonna put it. You're gonna put it right where these lines are. See this? See this line? Put it right here. This way, on this side.
1, 2, 3,
Stand up.
4,
You're okay.
5, 6. We need
I got
7
it.
of them. We need 7 of these guys.
Watch for splinters, okay?
With
Put
any
it
luck,
down.
we'll have 7 left.
Put it down. Good job. Oh, you know what? We have to start on the end too.
3, 4, 5.
So one here, and then we put one right here.
You could make like a house shape.
Look, we're doing like the wall over here.
Okay.
Not these though, those are longer, just these ones. Here, help with Jimmy. Hold the ends.
I can hold it.
No, hold the ends together, okay?
Bobby.
Put it right on the line. Good job, boys. Right here. Right here.
Sorry.
Okay.
I got it. I got it.
One more.
$50 worth of screws don't get you very far anymore.
Yeah, Jimmy got it.
That's the bottom piece.
I got it with Bob.
Okay. Over here.
Kind of like a.
Put it down.
Oh, I forgot
and
to
drop
mark the
it.
side.
There you go. Ready? I'm gonna watch your hands. I'm gonna drop it. There you go.
Hey, you guys want to help me out?
Yes.
Grab all of that stuff over there and bring it to me.
That stuff right there. These little things, guys. Right here.
Jimmy, don't do that.
Measuring tape, all that. The pen.
Bring it to me.
Dad, I go with.
Bring it to me. I need that pen too. Do you have it?
Yeah, I had everything. You have to lift it up like a 3 foot.
You do better off on the other side. Move it away from you a little bit. Down with it slightly. Okay, thank you. Right there. Alright, so we're out of daylight. We have 3 walls complete. So the only one missing is the front. So
with the door.
Yeah, with the door. So I guess I'll after work tomorrow, we'll put that one together, and hopefully we'll stand this thing up, get it all tacked together. So
Slowly but surely.
Yes.
Coming along. Doing good. All right. All right, guys. You want to help clean up?
Yeah, I need that.
Can you guys get little stuff in the chairs and everything?
Okay, so day 2. We have these 3 built, the 2 sides in the back. Now we're going to concentrate on the front. It's going to be a little different because we have to put a door on the front here. So there's going to be a little bit of special measurements, but nothing too painful. So we're going to go ahead and get started on it because we're already running out of daylight. There's just not enough daylight to go around in the fall. So, if you remember correctly, this is 137 inches, just double checking. That means halfway is 68 and a half. There. So the storm door I'm using needs a 30-inch wide opening. So if we're at 68 and a half, if we split it, it's 15 inches on each side. So my phone's doing the math for me. So I need to make a mark at 83 and a half. And I also need to make a mark at 53 and a half. So, something else important to note that this isn't like studs, so I'm not centering the 2x4 on this line. I need the opening to be 30 inches. So when I put these studs on here, the edge of the stud is going to be at the line, not the middle like we normally do. So these, and for the rest of the studs, I'm going to center it up on the piece of wood. But since we need a specific opening size, these marks are meant for the edges of the storm door. So that's the difference with that. So we got it all set up now. So we laid out the wood where it needs to go. So the door that we're putting on here is a 30 by 80 storm door, and the 30 inches is the opening size. So again, when I measured from the middle, I went out 15 inches, and that's the edge of this board. That's the difference. The rest of these boards are on center. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and do this the same way we did the other 3. So.
Then the exciting part, we get to put all these together.
Yeah, well, we'll see
if we can do it. We got this. Well, this should be put up by yourself.
Well, this one, believe it or not, is going to be easier to pick up.
Oh, you know what?
Halfway there.
I can. If you lift up from that side, I can hold on this side and lift up with you on the other one. Woo! It stays.
It doesn't. It doesn't stay
Hold
there.
it for a second.
It goes to show you how level I made it.
Cool.
Okay, stop. Stand it up with me. Can you do it from the middle? So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a little bit of weight. Get directly in the center and then push on that beam. Okay. All right. Okay. To pick this up to some degree and put that bottom where it needs to be.
That's
No. That.
right there.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty good. Look. We're trying to tack this together, so obviously wood is wood, so it's not going to be completely flat. So we're just trying to get it as flush as we can. So I'm going to do the bottom first, and then it'll get easier as I go up. Because I don't have to fight with friction once I tie these in. I have to get down here. It's exactly going to work out, but we'll try. So there's a little bit of a gap, but it's because the wood has its natural curvature. So I tacked them together with one screw. So I gotta be careful about bumping into it. You can see it's leaning over a little bit. So we should hurry this up a little. I'm gonna use this clamp to clamp this closed a little bit better. Hopefully it doesn't cause problems on the other side. Oh boy.
That's a C-clamp, right?
This is a C-clamp. Okay. top. Plant.
It's staying
No.
on pretty well, surprisingly. Guess that means the concrete was leveled pretty well.
Good? Cool.
Wow, that really worked. Gap's gone.
Yeah, that's the plan. Not completely flush, but good enough. All right.
All right, so next I'm assuming we're doing the other long wall,
You
or you want to do the short one?
probably want to do the long one. Okay, so let's carry that over. All right, I need a company. Both of them, please. Get the last one.
Ready?
Yep.
That was impressive.
I'm not all the way on yet. Gonna pull yours towards you. Okay, perfect.
Well, mine's...
Kick it. Let's do my side first. I'm standing here. Get the bottom. We'll get the clamp for that. Just hold it tight, alright? Another lefty. We'll get no leverage. How's it look? Can you get it flush for me?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, keep that flush for me.
I can't believe we did this.
Alright. So we got it. It's exciting. Oh, 1 second. Give me 1 second. Oh, that's not so bad, huh?
No, not bad at all. Good?
Oh yeah.
On the money?
Oh yeah. Alright. So now, what's not on the money is the fact that we need to get it on the blocks, centered up as best we can. So why don't we use the rest of the daylight?
Yeah,
Get on
this
that corner
one's...
and you help me tug.
This one's like at
Yep.
the tip end of that.
Why don't you go get on that corner over there and help me tug a little bit?
Okay, hold on.
Ready?
Oh my gosh, it's heavy.
Just scoot. Just give it a scoot. I got it. Wait. Don't move yours yet. Woo! All right. Well, so my block work isn't perfect, but it's sitting on it. So, amen to that.
Jeff, this is so pretty. I already love it. This is great. I knew the height, but it's a lot taller once it's put together, isn't it? This is huge.
See, on this side, it's really hugging the block, the edge of the block here.
Yeah.
And this side, it's kind of cockeyed a little bit. We could spend more time trying to get this all centered out. if you want, but I'm happy with it. I don't think we're gonna get it a whole lot better.
So all he did was just a top screw, middle screw,
Yeah.
and bottom on every corner.
Just tacked them all together. There'll be plenty of more screws going in this thing, so I'm not worried. We still have to add a roof.
Jeez.
It's a lot bigger than I thought, just looking at it now. It's gonna be nice. Awesome.
We better have a nice garden, right?
Yeah. We gotta justify this whole thing.
All right, we gotta go inside. Good job, babe.